Every now and then you're going to have one of those games where an ally goes on tilt and you'll have to find a way to work around them playing poorly. First we'll start off by taking a look at what it takes to drive someone over the edge with anger. Our Fiora here was dueling Shen in lane and thought she had the advantage against him, but the enemy Rengar comes in for a gank and takes her down. When she respawns, she starts heading back to lane, but she sees an opportunity and teleports down to the bottom lane for a counter gank. Now she's really trying to be a team player here, trying her best to make a difference, but she gets hooked by the enemy Thresh and goes down again, and this is where things start to go downhill. Later on she picks a fight with Shen again and it looks like she now has the upper hand. She's still well behind at this point as she's lost a lot of minions and a lot of experience, which is probably why it will seem incredibly unfair when the enemy Rengar comes in and kills her again. And from here onwards, she will be making a lot of poor choices and we will have to find a way to play around it. This is now one of those games where you have an ally who's fallen behind and playing while angry, so they just stay shoving the same lane over and over no matter what happens. Fiora is well overextended here, but she does not really care about winning the game at this point, and she just wants to kill her lane opponent to prove herself despite knowing that she's in too deep, which makes this a really bad idea. And so she manages to get the kill on Shen, but gets caught out by the enemy Rengar and Twisted Fate. What you need to realize is that as soon as this overextended fight began, that it would draw attention from the enemy team who will come to pick up the free kill on your overextended ally. So you have a choice between trying to get objectives elsewhere, or if you're strong enough, you can head over there yourself to work around the poor choices your allies are making and salvage what you can. In this example, we know that the fight up top will draw the attention of the enemy team, but we're strong enough to make a difference, so I start heading over. I run into the enemy Thresh along the way and kill him first, so that there is less crowd control for me to deal with, and then I take down the enemy Rengar and Twisted Fate, who killed our Fiora. We did lose Fiora here as she took down Shen, but we also got 3 additional kills in the process. Now as I mentioned earlier, this is a tilted top laner, so Fiora's mindset has not changed at all, and she's still solo pushing top lane, overextending heavily, and we know that this will draw the attention of the enemy team. I'm stronger than I was before, so I'm heading up top again, but since I've got most of the gold on my team, I need to be careful not to go in too early and throw the teamfight here. Luckily our support Alistar realized what was about to happen and he too came along for the fight, which made it possible for us to win. Fiora is going to be pushing the top lane no matter what, so we'll play around it by waiting in the bushes for the enemy team to use their engage, and then we will counter to kill the enemy Shen. The enemy Tristana also came too close to the front line thinking that Fiora will be by herself, so now we dive in for the kill on Tristana before Thresh can save her, and then we proceed to wipe out the rest of the enemy team. Anytime you have built a lead for yourself, try to get something out of any poor decisions that your allies might be making. Try to understand how your allies will play the game when they are playing angry. Figure out the strategies that your opponents will be using against your allies and their predictably poor plays. Once you know what you can expect from your opponents, you can use a tilted ally as bait to build a bigger lead for your team instead of letting them die in vain.
If you found this video helpful, do subscribe to the channel, follow on Twitter, and leave a comment about what kind of content you would like to see in future videos. Do check out the video links on either side for more gameplay tips and strategies in this channel.